Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode in my Great Bear Island Region Guide series. I want to clarify a little goof that I made in the last video. I claimed Desolation Point as the third region that was introduced, but that's actually, I was mistaken. It's actually Pleasant Valley. And I got jumped the gun and yeah, I've done that one and everything. But I want to say that it was. Coastal High was Pleasant Valley, and then it was Desolation Point. So right now we're going to do Pleasant Valley, and we're going to call this one Volume 4. Okay, just want to clarify that a little bit. Also, in one of my other previous videos too, with the weapons and tools, I mentioned the fire hardened arrows taking one stick. They actually take 5 sticks, but you make 3 of them each time, so it takes more than one stick. So I just want to clarify that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do Pleasant Valley today. Now, this is a really big region, but I'll try to cover as much of it as I can. So let's get started. All right, here we are. So we are starting today this is the mine that goes to Coastal Highway. And before we start, I'm going to show you the map like usual. So let me see and show you. This is the current map. And what I'm probably going to do, I think, is this is where we are. This is right now is where we are. What I might do is actually come down this way and go up this way, come around down here and then across and then do the middle section, right? And then kind of wiggle across again and then kind of end here. That's probably what I'm going to do because this is the cave that goes to the cave that goes to Winding River and then to Mystery Lake. So this is the cave that goes to Mystery Lake. This is the mine that goes to Coastal Highway. This is the rope climb that goes to Timberwolf Mountain. And this is just kind of a road that ends and kind of transitions into Keeper's Pass. Now this will eventually go into Black Rock. So there's 4 entrances and exits in this map. There's 5 bear spawns, and there's up to 5 to 7 bear spawns and 5 moose spawns. I'll try to cover them as I know them and see them, and let's get going. There's a lot to cover in this map. I'm actually going to start right away by drinking coffee. I supplied myself a bunch of coffee here, so I can use the command console to give me unlimited sprint so I can run, so I can show you more stuff, but I can't do anything about my fatigue, so I'll just take coffee. Anyway, so coming down here is Thompson's Crossing. There's a wolf down here. You see the wolf tracks. Or it was a deer, sorry. So come down here and there's a place called Thompson's Crossing. And this was introduced, let's see, like 2 or 3 years or so after the initial release of the map. So it was a later addition that was included, I believe, when they added the story mode to Pleasant Valley. Then they added Thompson's Crossing to it, I believe. If I'm wrong about any of this stuff, you can just feel free to comment, and I'll sure correct it. I'm just repeating what I know of my knowledge from playing this game so much, but it could be wrong from some things. So down here is, like I said, Thompson's Crossing. I'm not going to go into any of the buildings, but I want to show you where it is, and then I'll show you where we are on the map. If anybody has ever played story mode, will recognize this place pretty much right away. This is where you meet Father Thomas, and he gives you a bunch of quests and everything. So this is Thompson Crossing, and I'll show you where we are on the map. We're right over here. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to continue up this road this way, and we're going to come up this back road, and then we're going to come up this way, and I'll show you this area up here. And we should run across our first bear spawn, which actually used to be up over there, but I think they took that bear spawn out, although it could potentially go there, but I haven't seen a bear over there in ages. They have changed them up a bit since the wildlife refresh. But there is a bear spawn that we're going to be coming up this way, and I'll show it to you when we get to it. When you come up this road, like I say, most roads in most regions are pretty safe from wolves, but there are a couple exceptions. This road right here, the road that goes down to that way is usually safe from wolves, but up here is not necessarily. Up here, there could definitely be a wolf or two up in this area up here. Now that tree, the finger-pointing trees, that's what I call them. It's trying to tell you to go somewhere. This path will take you to the mine that we just left. I kind of took a shortcut because I wanted to show you Thompson's Crossing. But the mine, this mine shaft, there's a road. It's basically down here. It doesn't really show it very well, but it's right over here. It goes this way. This is the road right here. Okay. And the maps in this game is not very good, I'll tell you. But anyway, that's how you get up to the mine. There's nothing really up there to show you. It's just a path that goes up to the mine up there. I think there's a cave. There's a cave right there. It's just an ordinary cave. That over there is just a dead end, but there's a car to loot, and there's sometimes a corpse down there to loot. Maybe a possible carcass as well. It's worth going down there if you need some food or something. A couple of points I want to make about this region. A lot of people talk about the weather in this region. It does seem to blizzard an awful lot in here, especially in later game, like after day 50 or so. It gets to be very, very blizzardy here. The weather is cold and windy. But to be honest with you, every region has blizzards and is cold and windy. This one just seems like it has more just because it's bigger and it takes a lot longer to get somewhere here. So if you're stuck in a blizzard, it's more deadly because of the distance you have to travel to get to a safe zone, which is why it's notorious for the weather that it has. Because if you get caught in a blizzard in this region, if you don't know the map really well, you can be in serious trouble because, like I said, it's very long distances between different safe zones. Safe houses, I should say. Or places like a cave or something that you can go into. Now, when we come up here, over in this area is a wolfy area. There's usually sometimes 2 or 3 wolves. Now, a lot of it is difficulty dependent and all that and randomness, but I've come across 2 or 3 wolves here at one time, and up here is where the bear spawn is. And I'll show you exactly where the bear cave is. So come up here is this whole area, like from here up to there, is really a place you should watch out for bear, because he walks up and down this path, and sometimes he'll go over there. It depends, but usually he walks up and down this road or path, whatever you want to call it. This bear cave is right over here on the right. I'll show it to you. Oh wait, I think we just passed it. It's right here. I'm sorry. That's right there. His bear cave is right there. There's like I said, there's 5 bear spawns, up to 5 bear spawns. There could be up to 7 depending on the run. But this place is infested with bears, and there's 5 moose spawns on this map too, which I'll show you them. There's a potential moose spawn. Actually, I should show you while I'm here. But yeah, it's actually down there a little bit, but on the river, on the rocks. But I haven't seen. I've seen markings there, but I've not seen a moose there. So it's I'll see. Well, I should have showed it to you on the way. It's hard to get there because it's kind of a you can't get over that waterfall. I have to go back around, but I don't think you need to worry about it. I haven't seen a moose spawn there in months and months, so it might be gone. It does get markings there though still. Okay, so over here, going that way is the rope climb. I'll show you where we're at. Okay, so that over there in that direction, we're actually approaching in this area over here. That is a cave I'm pointing to. Over there is a rope climb, and it goes to Timberwolf Mountain. I'm going to actually take you there because we're going to go through that area. This is an area called Point of Disagreement. And every time I come through here, I always sit there and say, I wonder what these people were arguing about. Were they arguing because they had an accident, or were they arguing because of a survival situation and maybe they were trying to escape, and because the person crashed into them, their car is disabled, they couldn't get anywhere. There's a lot of things that they could have been arguing about. Anyway, let's keep going. Lots more to cover. Lots more to cover. So up here, I don't know if you've ever seen, and it might direct you to my Prepper Cache videos. It's called Cache Hunter series. I just released a new series out, and I covered all the Prepper caches in the game. This Prepper Cache is an exception, though. This Prepper Cache has been here for years, and is the only one that is, well, used to be the only one that was always here, and it's right up here. Okay, I'm not going to go in it, but because it's a spoiler and stuff, but this is where it is, and there's the rope climb. This climb takes you to Timberwolf Mountain, which we're actually going to be covering very soon because it's one of the next regions that were introduced in the game. So we'll cover that one in another video. We'll cover Timberwolf Mountain, but that's how you get there, by the way. It's the only way to get there. You have to go that rope climb to get to Timberwolf Mountain. There's no other way to get there. We're going to walk. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I don't know if I have a bandage on me. I do. Let's fix that sprain. So down this way takes you past the bunker. There's another Prepper cache that was introduced in the DLC, the new updates, right? And past that is a bear cave, and past that even further is a place called 3 Strikes Homestead, which I'll show you where that is. Right over here. 3 Strikes. So we're right here, and this is the path. You keep following it down. This is a bear cave. You keep following it down, and you'll end up over here. We'll probably go take a quick walk over there, but I want to show you this real quick first. And let me drink another coffee. I want to be able to go through all this without getting too tired. Because this is a big map. So over here is the plane crash from Wintermute, the story mode. And in survival mode, it's not on fire or anything. It's just got loot there. That's about it. You can cut through. Over here is a place called Skeeter's Ridge. I'm going to show it to you. Now, this is one of the areas on this map that could have timberwolves on it. Recently in the wildlife refresh, they added timberwolves here. There could either be timberwolves or there could be black wolves. But this is a place called Skeeter's Ridge. There's a basement over there that you can go inside, and a couple of things that you can loot, some containers and things. There's a rope climb up there. You can get there from Draft Dodger's cabin. There's 2 rope climbs. You go up and you can get up here from there. But we're going to go through the plane crash because it's a lot quicker, because I want to show you this other area. I'm going to try to show you where the prepper cache is. I'm not going to go there. You got to see my video if you want to see exactly where it is. But we're going to walk by it. I'm going to walk down towards the 3 strikes area and then around towards the farmhouse area. I think maybe what we'll do is it might be shorter, even a shorter trip, if I show you the area by the barn first and the moose spawns over in that area. Maybe I'll do that first. I'll show you where the bear cave is, and I'll show you where the bunker is. I'm going to walk right by it. I'll give you a bonus. I'll show you where it is. So right there is a bear cave. So this is a second bear spawn. I'll show you on the map where we are. We're right over here. So the bunker is right over here. The prepper cache, I guess you call it. Not a bunker. It's more of a prepper cache, they call them. But it's up here. It's right there. Okay. So we're going to go down here because I want to show you a moose spawn down here. Okay, so right over here, you might recognize this area from story mode as well. This is that broken house where you got to talk to Molly on the telephone. There's a path right over here. There's a path right here that this goes up over a log bridge. Over there is a log bridge there, and it goes up to the plane crash up here. So that's basically another way to get up the plane crash. Over here, now see if I can show you real quick, is Draft Dodger's cabin. I don't know if I can show it to you from here. Maybe I can. Yeah, right there. That's Draft Dodger's cabin. Behind right over there is 2 ropes. You can go up those ropes and get up to Skeeter's Ridge from here. Okay, so we're going to go down this way, and I'm going to show you where the moose will spawn. So right here, in this area is a moose spawn area, a new moose spawn. The new ones now. All the ones I'm going to show you are all the new ones. So let's go up this way. I'm going to show you where there's another moose spawn is, because it's not far from here. It's by the birch forest. Actually, I could show you 2 more and a bear spawn. Let's do that. So following the river is also pretty safe from wolves. It's not that bad. I usually very rarely, unless you attract them when you're stinky, I've yet to see wolves hang out on the river. Actually, let me show you this one first. It's over here. I probably could go keep following the river to take me there. Maybe we'll go this way. Actually, since we're going this way, I could show you another bear spawn. In this birch forest, a bear does spawn in here and loves to walk around this birch forest. So if you're in here, watch for bears when you're walking around. Sometimes they blend into the trees, and you don't see them right away until they're right on you. But see, there he is. Hey, Mr. Bear. So over here is a moose spawn, so let me show you that. Then we're going to cut over to the middle section and show you that a little bit. And there's another moose spawn over there too as well. So right over here is another moose spawn area. He'll spawn right by this fallen tree, right in this area here. Okay, so we're going to walk around this way, and we're going to walk towards the red barn, and I'll show you where the other moose spawn is. The other moose spawn is right here on this hill. Anywhere on this hill, he could spawn, anywhere around here. I'm going to keep firing my arrow off by accident. Right here. So yeah, the moose could spawn up in this area right here. Okay. So, let me show you on the map where we're at. We're right over here. I'm sorry, we're right over here. We're right in this area right here. We just got out of the birch forest, which is the birch forest. We're coming this way now. We're going to walk by the farmhouse. We're going to kind of walk a little bit up this way if we can. And then we're going to walk down this way and end. Okay, so this is the red barn. Definitely a place worth checking out for sure. I actually, on one of my other runs, I have this as a base. So we're going to go this way. I'm going to show you the farmhouse area. This area is also known to have wolves in it, so be careful going through here. I've come up to 2 or 3 wolves in this area as well. See how long of a walk? If you're stuck in a blizzard, you could be freezing to death trying to get somewhere. Because don't forget, you got to deal with stamina and stuff. I don't have to deal with that because I'm doing the tour video. Okay, so over here is straight over this hill, across the river, is the farmhouse area. And most people probably know what this is and know what this place is. They've probably been there. And if you played story mode, you've most definitely have been there. Matter of fact, if you played story mode, you actually start the story mode in this house. We're not going to go in there, but I want to show you this grove, this orchard area. This orchard area could be teeming with wolves or timber wolves also. There could also be timber wolves here. Over in this area is where a bear could be. Now, a bear does roam this area. A bear comes down from over there across the river and he walks up here along this area and he actually patrols this whole area here. So be careful that you might not see a bear here. There's also a bear that over there by the rope climb that actually comes over here. So you can at one time see two bears here at once. The bear that comes from over there and the bear that comes from over there. They both could come out at the same time. Yes. So over here, let me show you where we are on the map. We're right here now. We're going to walk over this way quick to here. I'll show you this area, and then we're going to walk down this way, okay? Now, if you have played the story mode, you would know this area as where one of the quests are. And I'm not going to give it away because that's a spoiler, but it's a quest that you have to come over here. I'm probably not going to go way over there because there's other places I want to show you. I also want to show you where the cougar spawns, so you know. If we can go over there. Over here is a road. Now, I don't really see much of a reason to go there, but I just want to show you where it is. So, this is Three Strikes Homestead right here. There's some loot there. There's probably a couple of carcasses. There's probably a wolf carcass there. There's rabbits, and there might be a possible deer or two there. Okay, there is a cave over here as well. So that's what's down that road right there. So let's go ahead, and what I want to do now is go over by... What is that over there? Is that a bear? Is that a wolf? That's a deer. Okay, so down here, let's go this way. Yeah, let's go this way. It's quicker. We'll go this way. We'll hit the road. Actually, let's take another coffee. We got a few more places to show you. Let me see what time it is. Oh, we have plenty of time in the day, as long as the weather cooperates. So a bear could be anywhere around here, so always be careful walking through this, especially this area right here. That looks like a wolf right there. Yep. Yeah, so there's a couple wolves here. There could, like I said, there could also be timber wolves here. I'm going to show you where we're going to go now. We're going to go over here. Let me see if I can find it. We're going to go over in this area. Now, over here is a cave. And right over in this area is where the cougar lives. If you're playing with cougars enabled, of course. That's where they would be. I'm going to just show you where that is real quick. Some people don't like, well, some people have said, how the heck they get to that pond? Some people can't find it. Basically what it is down this little river down here. So a lot of people can think they could see it from the road. You have to see it from the river. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The best way and easiest way to get there, I found, is to go down by this bridge and then go down to the river. And that pond, how I find it until I got used to where it is. This pond right here, it's a nice place. It's a nice pond. There's a really great cave right here too, so you can actually stay in here, go fishing, and get food. And you can actually stay in this area for quite a long time. Now, mind you, there's a cougar that spawns over here. I'll show you where that is. That's if you're playing with cougars enabled, obviously. There's a bear here. This is another third or fourth bear I showed you. His bear cave is over here. It's down that way. And he roams this area. So what I do is I line myself up with this tree. And I just kind of walk up this hill. Might have to walk this way to get up it, but... And I keep following the edge of this rock. Sort of in between this rock and that rock. Okay. Now right over here is this nice cave I was telling you about. It's right here. Now there could be a wolf here. As a matter of fact... I'm surprised there's not one here. There is very often, a wolf in this area over here. But this is a very nice cave. Like I said, you could stay here for quite a while and use the pond for fishing and stuff. But we're going to go over to the pond now, and I'll show you where that is. If you go up this way... actually, before I show you the pond, I'm going to show you where the cougar spawns. You go up this way, right up to the top where it levels off. You stop here and you turn left, and you walk straight ahead. And right where that rock right there is, that whole area is where the cougar will be. Right here, okay? That's the cougar spawn area. Okay. Years ago, before the wildlife refresh, there used to be a moose spawn here, but not anymore. He used to spawn over there by the dock, but he doesn't spawn there anymore. So this is the pond area. We finally found it. Alright. Now, we're going to go from here. I'm going to show you. We're going to go walk down towards the other part over here. We're going to walk down here, and we're going to show you this area here. Okay? So I just kind of go back down to the river again. Just remember this waterfall here is a good way easy way to remember it. Just go towards the bridge. And this is the target tree that I always use. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to walk, we're going to take a shortcut. Instead of going the road, we're going to go walk down this way. I'm going to show you where the bear cave is that he comes from. Okay, actually I want to show you where we're going to go, or we're going to go by it, but I'll show you another picture. See right there is a tower, right there. That's called Signal Hill. I'll show you how to get up there. There is a way to get up there using this rope climb right here. So basically you take this rope climb, you walk along the ridge, and you walk up the hill, and you make it there. But we're going to walk down the other way. Here's where the bear cave is, right here. There's a bear cave. So there's a good amount of resources in this place. Like I said, there's tons of deer and rabbits. There's plenty of wolves and bears and moose. You don't have to worry about food. It's a good place to go hunting. Like I said, there's a lot of big POIs to stay at, but the drawbacks is it's a very big map. It takes a long time to get from one place to the other, and it's prone to a lot of bad weather. So just keep that in mind if you plan on staying here. Those are probably, I would say, the cons of this place. But this place has a lot of pros. There's a lot of good things, a lot of good resources here. There's a lot of good reasons to stay here. So down this road, and down here is where we're going. Down here is the way to get to Keeper's Path South. Now, down this direction, down in the end, is Keeper's Path South. And that you go through there, and then you'll go through Keeper's Pass North. And once you get to the end of Keeper's Pass North, you'll reach Black Rock, which we'll cover eventually. As time goes on, we're going to cover those regions because they were late additions. So up here is kind of how you would, another way to get up to the tower. If you don't want to take the ropes, you have to go this way. I didn't show you. I'm going to probably show you the fifth, the bear spawn up here. I didn't show you where that other moose spawn was, but anyway, this is how you get up to the single tower up here. Be careful you don't get spraying going up here, but it's right here. Beyond this rock is the tower. Okay, so we're going to go down this way, and over here is another cool little cave, but there's also a possibility of a wolf there, and a bear. There's another bear spawn over there. Oh, I remember now why I didn't show you that moose spawn. I forgot. But do you remember when we went up to the pond? You remember the waterfall that we walked by? Well, in front of the waterfall is the other moose spawn. So, if you can even scroll back in the video a little bit and see it. That waterfall that I said, just remember the waterfall. That's where the moose spawn is. It's right there. So we're going to walk down this way, and I'll show you there's another bear spawn down here. And the other exit to get to Mystery Lake down this way. And we'll end the tour here, too. We covered a lot of the major areas. I showed you a couple shortcuts, how to get to different places. I hope they help out a little bit. There's so many of them. It would take a whole video series to show you them all. Okay, so let me show you something down here. There is a bear that comes down this way too. But I want to show you this. Up this hill, right up here, is a cave and a hunter's blind. And I'll show you with that on the map. right here. So there's a hunter's blind, there's Hilltop Cave up there, and there's a hunter's blind. That's where I'm looking. Okay. This is a bear cave. Okay. It's right over there. On the right is the bear cave. Let me show you real quick. It should be right over here on the right, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right here. This is the other bear cave. I believe. Wait, I could be wrong. I don't see bones in there. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Hold on a second. This is just a regular cave. Okay, never mind. It's not a bear cave, but the other bear spawns. Where is that other bear cave? I'm trying to think now. Okay, well, anyway, the bear does come down here. Just be very careful. Just trust me on that. Alright, so this is the exit to Winding River. And you go through Winding River, you can get to the dam area in Mystery Lake. So it's right there, actually. So you have to kind of go up that little incline right there, and then you can get into it. A lot of people miss this. They don't they walk right by it and they don't even see it. But I did do a video many years ago on how to get out of here to Mystery Lake, and that's the exit. So I think we covered just about the major things on this map. Pretty much everything here. Like I say, there's only so many POIs you can get to. The rest of it are just little places you can get to here and there, but there are no POIs. There's very few buildings that you can stay in. So that's what makes this region pretty difficult, especially on Interloper and above. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoy my content. I hope you enjoy my tour videos. And we'll see you next time. I got to work this weekend, so probably next one probably won't be till beginning or middle next week. But until then, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button, and this way you could be notified. Anyway, thank you very much, and take care.